this is it. So this is a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus clone. So this is a fake S9 coming right out of China. But it's not just any dummy unit. This thing is a fully functional clone. So the camera works, the apps work, everything on this phone was designed to essentially mimic the Samsung Galaxy S9, which is coming out next month. So it's being announced next week on February the 25th, but it's only coming out next month in March. So yeah, grab all that popcorn ready, and let's unbox this baby up and see what we get inside. Okay, so starting off with the actual box. This one is still wrapped in its plastic foil, so it wasn't opened. We have a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus logo on the front in bright blue, 64 gigabytes as the capacity on the side, along with another Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus logo on the top left. We don't get anything on the sides of the box, or on the top or the bottom. And finally on the back we get a listing of all the specs. So 6.2 inches Quad HD Plus Super AMOLED display, the dual module 12 megapixel camera, among with pretty much every single spec that I've covered in my Leaks and Rumors series, including 6 gigabytes of RAM, so 6 gigabytes of RAM listed here, and literally the main thing that gives this box away are the headphones, tuned by AJG instead of AKG. But yeah, other than that, it looks very, very convincing. Now, comparing this to the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus box from last year or the S7 Edge from 2016, you can see that this S9 clone box looks almost identical to the S8 box from last year. But now if you take a look at the S8 clone box that I showed you guys last year, this one looked, again, almost identical to the S7 Edge box. So it seems that all these clone boxes here, they seem to be based off of the previous generation devices boxes, but I do see Samsung making quite a few changes to the S9 box once it's released next month. Also, when shaking this thing, you can definitely hear that there's something loose inside. So yeah, not the best packaging on the market. Okay, so let me just remove the plastic wrap. And to open up the box, same as the genuine S8 boxes, you have to slide this top sleeve away, and then you get this main box, which unlike the S8 one, this one isn't magnetic, so the flap isn't magnetic. But yeah, there you go, the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus just sitting there, and whoa, this thing is actually quite heavy, by the way. I'm just going to put it to the side for just 1 second, and let's see what else we get inside. Okay, so the first thing that we get inside is this booklet. It actually seems that the image eject tool wasn't even inside. So yeah, it fell off. So yeah, very nice. And literally the only thing that we get inside this booklet is this quick start guide, which if you look closely, you can see that this manual is actually for the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. So yeah, very nice again. Now moving on to the actual packaging, the first accessory that we get inside is this power adapter. And it's quite strange that they sent over the European model, even though I'm based in the UK. But yeah, we also get the charging cable, which is a USB Type A to USB Type C cable. But this cable actually feels very, very cheap. So definitely not a genuine Samsung cable. And then finally, we also get some headphones. But interesting enough, these headphones actually look very, very genuine. So the cable is braided. It actually says AKG on the side instead of, AJG. So yeah, I don't know. I think these might actually be a pair of genuine Samsung Galaxy S8 headphones from last year. But other than that, there's nothing left inside the box. So yeah, let's move on to the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Peel the plastic wrap off. Got all of that noise. And now let's move on to the back one. And funny thing is that it's not even centered. So yeah. And yeah, there you go, there it is, one of the first Samsung Galaxy S9 working clones. Okay, so I've been using this phone for the past day, and here are my first impressions / my initial review of the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus clone. So I have to say, this thing actually looks quite convincing. The back of the phone is pretty much identical to all the previous S9 leaks that we've seen, and of course that since this is the S9 Plus model, not the regular S9, we get the dual camera module. We can also see that repositioned fingerprint reader, which is now in the middle, right beneath the camera module, again same as we've seen before in all the previous leaks. And then moving on to the actual frame, this one is made out of polished aluminum, again very similar to how the S8 frame is actually made. Probably the only thing that gives this thing away is that it's, the transition isn't that smooth when you transition from the top to the frame and to the bottom. You can actually feel the frame because it protrudes quite a bit, so this thing is quite noticeable. And then also on the side, for some reason the power button has this case, this protection ring case. I don't know why, this thing literally came like this out of the box, which is, I know, it's quite funny. So the first phone to actually come with a case for the power button. How cool is that? Leave a like for that cool power button. But yeah, other than that, the front looks pretty good as well. It's not as bad as the S8 clone from last year. That thing looked almost completely different from the actual S8. but this one looks pretty good, I would say. My only complaint would be that the bezels, they do look quite a bit thicker than the S8 ones, which is a bit strange because this is what I've seen in EveLeaks renders as well. An S9 with slightly thicker bezels on the side. However, from all the display panel leaks that we've seen, the bezels do appear to be quite a bit thinner than the ones on the S8, which I believe is going to be the case as well. I don't think Samsung's gonna make the bezels thicker than on the S8. That would be a step backwards, so I don't see Samsung doing that. But yeah, in terms of the actual phone, it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. So the display is, of course, not an OLED panel. It's just a regular LCD panel. So yeah, it's not the best quality. It's not the best resolution. The colors are kind of washed out. This thing is reflective, extremely reflective. And then the brightness, well, this is the maximum brightness this thing can go up to. So that was the display. Now, when it comes to the camera, I couldn't really test the camera, even though we have two cool modules on the back. I couldn't really test that because the camera app kept crashing over and over. So yeah, that's very nice as well. However, if you look closely to the back of the phone at the dual camera modules, I think the one on the top is actually fake. I don't think they had a budget to make both of the camera modules actually work. So yeah, the one on the top definitely looks fake. The one on the bottom looks functional, but again, I can't really test this because, you know, because the camera app doesn't really work. However, what I really love about this phone is how good it resembles TouchWiz. So the entire UI, it resembles TouchWiz or Samsung Experience quite a lot. So the icons are correct, the keyboard is correct, the wallpapers, everything was made to mimic the experience you would get with an actual Samsung Galaxy S9. Even if you take a look at the Google search bar on the bottom, that was repositioned from the top to the bottom, similar to how it looks on stock Android on the Google Pixel 2 XL, for example. Again, something that Samsung might do with the upcoming Samsung Galaxy S9 as well. But yeah, if you go to the settings menu, you can see that this thing is running on Android 7.0, same as the Samsung Galaxy S8, which will never get an update, obviously. I mean, no, just joking. There's actually a beta in the works for Android 8.0, but you know, Samsung, it takes them like a year or even more to push an update. So very nice again. But no, really, this is actually a pretty good clone. So in the end, it's a very, very convincing clone. If someone isn't that familiar to how the S9 is supposed to look like and work like and UI, I think that person can be easily fooled. I mean, it even comes with features such as an always-on display, which is very, very impressive. And then when you boot it up, it says Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, and Samsung. So everything is so well done on this clone. Oh, and I've just noticed that if you press, there's a Bixby button, by the way. If you press that, it takes you to the actual Bixby screen. Obviously, it's fake, but you know, that thing works as well. How cool is that? So there you go. This was my unboxing and my first impressions of one of the first Samsung Galaxy S9 working clones. So definitely subscribe if you want to see more Leaks and Rumors episodes like this one and more interesting tech videos such as this one. And then also don't forget to know notifications by tapping on that bell icon so that you actually, you actually see the new videos, because yeah, they don't really get sent to the subscription boxes, unfortunately. So definitely have notifications enabled if you don't want to miss out the next video. And let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of this S9 clone? Do you think it's convincing enough? Would it actually fool you or friends? And would you actually use it yourself? Would you actually use such a phone? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, this has been pretty much it. Feel free to give a like if you have enjoyed it to let me know. I'm Daniel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Son of Tech, signing out. Cheers.